Hey, morning. I have found myself a new space to walk in. So I have been walking every single day except when I had eye surgery for about 5 weeks now. And at first, as I was walking and talking, I was listening to Marco Polos because I got a lot of those. That's how I support the groups that I teach. And then one day I decided to flip on a live. I just kind of started chatting, kind of like I do on Marco Polo, and it became a thing. And so every morning I'm here on my walk, just talking about the things that people ask me, and things that honestly God puts into my heart to talk about, because before I talk to you, I talk to Him. So today we're going to get into unseen help. Like when you actually pray to God to help you with things, like how do you recognize when there's unseen help nudging you, right? In another video, I talked about asking God, what do you sound like to me? Not like to everybody else, not like I don't even know. I hear people talk about God said this and God told him that, and, you know, when you feel like it doesn't happen for me. I tell a story about that, so go back and watch another video. Just look at the caption. It's how to tell if it's God, you know, speaking to you or not. How to start that conversation, how to feel Him. All right, so now I'm going to teach you, share with you. It's so fun. It's happening to you all the time. All the time. Unseen help is all the time. Okay, so this morning, actually it was last night. Okay, so I have been walking about 6 miles every morning. Right now we are at 3 miles. So I've been walking about 6 miles every morning. And body's feeling great. I feel energized like throughout the day. It's kind of crazy because you would think it'd make me tired, but it doesn't. It makes me energized. And the problem is I've got this massive, ugly, great, big, huge blister right on the ball of my foot. Or not ball of foot, right on the knuckle from the big toe, right? Not on top, right on the side. And it's big. And I keep trying to do things, okay? So I've got this big blister on the side of my foot. And every day I put like a blister care thing on top of it, put my socks on, and I go. Then throughout the day, I wear flip-flops. And I put this blister care thing, and it's not working, like every single day. And when I looked at last night, I've got blisters on top of blisters now. Now, you would think, kind of the wise thing, what most people do is probably stop walking. Not me. This is why I was actually a pretty hardcore dancer. I danced pretty professionally with Ballet West before I had any children when I was in high school. I was a junior in high school, and I was doing some core work with Ballet West. And so guess what that means? Point shoes. Guess what that means? Blisters. Yeah. Blisters don't stop me. And I've been really out of practice on caring for my feet that way because I haven't been doing anything. There's this really weird sense of, I'm cool. I got blisters again. Like, I know that's weird. It's just a weird thing for me. But it also hurts. And I want to have it taken care of. So, I have been trying all sorts of things. Hasn't worked. So, last night, I got up, I went to the store. It was starting to hurt more than it should, so I'm worried about it being infected. And so, I got some Neosporin things. I got some different blister care. Anyway, all things. And I was sitting on the couch at night going, what am I going to do? How am I going to address this? And I go, you know what? I should go wash that foot, like in the tub. So I did. Step 1, wash my foot in the tub. That idea, go wash your foot, is actually unseen help. Okay, next thing I did, I've gotten done, and I went, you know, I'm just going to go talk to my cousin. My cousin lives with me, and she hasn't seen this blister. I kind of want to show it off because it's pretty cool, but just go talk to her. So I showed her, I brought my stuff that I was going to do it with, and she goes, oh, hold on, let's try this. Now, I had prayed that I would figure out what to do with my foot. She likes those essential oils, and I've done essential oils before, but I'm not well versed in them, so it's not my go-to. It's not my thought. She goes, let's look it up. So she did. She says, let's put some lavender on it. We put lavender on it, and then we put some more lavender on it, and I put some on before I went to bed last night. Just put the lavender oil on and then my sock, and this morning, no blister. Now, one of the things I bought last night was KT tape. So I actually taped my foot so that it can't rub kind of in a different way, because the Band-Aids I think have been sliding around. The KT tape's going to stay. Every single one of those steps, there is a spark idea going on. That's what we need to key into. If it's really hard to hear, I want you to consider that maybe it's because you don't sit in receiving energy enough. See, we give and we give and we give and we give and we give. We give so much all the time. But receiving is having things drawn to you, in towards you. And so receiving is an energy of everything being drawn to you. Most of us don't know what that even feels like in our body, because we have this adage in our head that says giving is better than receiving. So we push out receiving. We also have been told to be self-reliant. And so that means I got to do it all by myself, and I got to serve everybody else and myself at the same time. And then we say, somebody says, can I help you? And you go, no, I've got it. That is a receiving issue. If that is your go-to, no, I'm good, I'm okay, proving that you're independent and that you don't need help, you're also saying that to heaven. You know why? This is what happens. This is what we don't understand. One of the laws of heaven is freedom of choice. God absolutely cannot violate freedom of choice. And if your heart says, I want to prove that I am enough, I want to prove that I'm not a burden, I want to prove whatever independent kind of thing it is, that I don't need anybody, I want to prove that I don't inconvenience anybody, I want to prove that. That is the heart, and in that, all of heaven reacts to. You can ask all day long, and little spark ideas will come to you, but you know what? It's like a radio. It's not tuned in, or even plugged in. Like if the radio's not plugged in, there's no way to bring those sound waves in. So consider this, country music. If you put a radio out and you turn it in to a certain station, frequency, right? Does the radio pull the music into the room? Nope. What it does is receive the waves that are already in the air, the sound waves. They're already there. Guess what else is already there? The answer to your next right step. See, you don't actually need money. You don't need money. You do need money. But we think that we can't do things because of the money. No, what it is you need the spark idea that is going to move you towards the money that already exists. And it's one idea at a time, one step at a time, right? I never intended to do lives every single morning. I did ask, how do I get the message out? How do I help people find that they can be joyful right now as they are? How do I help people? You know, I hear all the time about people being emotionally unavailable, and I hear families that are breaking up, and you know, wives that are upset, and husbands that are mad, and you know, they just don't hear me, and all of this emotional unavailability. God, how do I do this so that people know it's possible? And not just how or possibility, but what to do to change that. Like, that's one of my skill sets. That's one of my geniuses. I can take really big things and I can bring it down and go, oh, this is the thing you need to practice. This is how you can implement this. And this will actually change your internal way of doing things. And then life will start to change. It's one of my absolute gifts. It's not about how do I do that part. How do I reach you? How do I find you? I've envisioned in my head people kneeling down and just saying, God, where are you? You promised me happiness. This ain't it. Where are you? And them hearing or finding this, the joyful heart stuff, the creator's mindset, mentoring at home, how to honor my kids and stop yelling at them and have them respond in connected ways. Those are 3 programs that I wrote and I teach. And I've got other mentors that teach them too. But how do we find you? That was the question. Let me tell you the spark idea. Hey, why don't you get up and walk tomorrow? Okay. Guess I'll get up and walk tomorrow. It feels good. I haven't walked for a really long time. I haven't exercised for a long time. Maybe I'll get up. Guess what happened in the morning? Didn't want to get up. But I had committed. I am going to. So I got my stuff on, went for a walk. I made it about 1.5 miles. Came home, felt exhausted. The next day, I should do that again. Spark idea. I should do that again. So I did. I was listening to podcasts and I went, oh, this is the perfect time for me to listen to the Marco Polos of the people within my groups. Because what happens in the group is that I will teach a principle, a skill set, something we're going to practice for the week. And then in Marco Polo, we talk back and forth all week long. So I support people. My mentors support whoever's in their class like all week long. It's not like, you go to a therapist and they say, hey, do this, and then you don't have access to them because there's boundaries. Well, my boundary is Marco Polo. So I'm on there all the time and I need to listen to them. So that was the next step. You should really be listening to Marco Polos. Oh, I should be listening to Marco Polos. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to listen to Marco Polos. And I told you how it evolved to where I'm standing right here talking to you now. For 3 weeks, I've been doing lives. And the idea of what I'm supposed to talk about comes in prayer every morning. Now, if you want to have me talk about something, please comment, because I would love to dig deep with you, to lean in and see if we can find an answer. Okay, so this is what I want you to do. This is today's challenge. Let's first connect to the fact that this happens to you all the time, okay? What dilemma, problem, something did you have within the past 24 hours in which you went, oh, I could do this. Now, it can be as simple as saying, I don't know what to cook for dinner. And then an idea will pop into your head. I want you to know that idea is not just you being cool. We have unseen help. That is how prayers are answered. And if you're willing to receive the idea coming from something that is beyond you because you prayed, you've had a conversation with God. Let me tell you what I didn't get. Hey God, how do I reach these people? How do they find me? How do I find them and connect and share with them that there's an answer in these training courses? How do I do that? Do you know that getting up and walking has nothing to do with that? I mean, I'm like, okay, how do I build an email list? How do I do this? How do I do that? Like, what's my next step? And it was all like business related. So this is one of the things you need to know. When you ask that question, it may have nothing to do with the question, and it's still the next right step. So let's go into this. Oh, I have one. These are just ideas and examples. I want you to do the same. What dilemma did you have? Did you got an idea? Okay. So one of my dilemmas. Okay, it might be TMI, but not really. Okay, I have gone 4 miles when you are plus 50 years old. And it's morning. And you are walking for 2 hours. There's a little problem that shows up. It's called the body. Yeah. So the other day, I was walking and I'm like, oh, where am I going to find a bathroom? Oh, there's a grocery store. Spark idea. I had unseen help. Then, the other place I was walking, I found, there's construction sites. They have donjons. Not my fave, but, okay. Then yesterday, I was walking. I got thinking about my friend who had a birthday. But you know what? It's quiet over there. I don't have the traffic coming past me that's going to interrupt things. Maybe I'll go walk in her neighborhood. Bam. I walked in her neighborhood, and I've got a couple things solved, because one of my problems is I love that walk, but I don't like the traffic on the videos. How do I solve that problem? Oh, I'm just going to go walk in her neighborhood. I started walking, and then I realized, oh my gosh, she's got that cute little park right there. Guess what? Not only do I not have traffic, I also have a restroom that is nice. And it's on my path. I just go like this and I just stop in. I'm comfortable. I get all the miles in. That is what to do. The only thing you need to do is when you have an idea come into your head, act upon it. Act right then on that idea. It doesn't have to have anything to do with what your problem is. It doesn't have to have anything to do. It's really beautiful. Unseen help. And I want you to picture too. Picture. This was so funny. We're going to end with this. See if you do this. I have a friend that I was talking to about unseen help and how ready and willing they are and how resistant we are to actually doing the things that pop into our mind. We go, I don't know if it's me. I don't know if it's God, so we don't even try it. That's kind of silly, right? Like, just do it. Just do it. If it's a good idea, if it's an idea that you have, work with it. It's most likely put in there by unseen help. Just saying. But she was saying it's kind of like hiring a cleaning crew. And they're all ready. They got their buckets and they got their brooms. They got everything ready, and you go, oh, wait. Let me clean the kitchen first so that you can clean. Oh, hold on. I need to sort the laundry. Oh, wait, no, let me fold the laundry, and then you can come. It's like taking back over when the unseen help is standing there ready, equipped, and willing to help you. So check in today. Do you have a cleaning crew? It's going to clean up your problems. That's going to help you with anything you want today. You do. Unseen help is always around. It's always around. I want you to picture a cleaning crew. When that spark idea comes into your brain, let them show you, let them help you, let them do something, and see if that doesn't create the day that you decide. I'd love to hear about your experience of this. Put out your problem. What are you dealing with? When was the last time you felt? Ask for the unseen help, and then tell me what your spark idea was and what happened when you took it. I would love to hear that. All right, guys, share this video with whoever you feel like needs it. If you got somebody who feels like heaven is just not around, I'm just letting you know, up there, it's like little strings of ideas and of things. And if you say no to one, they're going to send you another idea. And if they say another idea, because if you change your heart inside that says, I don't want to be alone. What I want is to be supported. What I would love is to feel supported. What I would love is to feel connected to heaven. When you change that in here, not that heaven has to show up so it can prove that you're worthy of heaven. Out. If you're always trying to prove your worthiness, it's really hard, because they'll be sending things and you will say, I'm not worthy, and you will actually shove the idea away. So we're going to change in our heart that I'm so curious about what this is. Curiosity is everything. I'm curious. What does it feel like to get a spark idea and act upon it? I'm curious. Do that today. It's a superpower, guys. It's a superpower, I promise you. All right, share this with somebody who feels like heaven isn't around. Like Like my video, like my page, whatever you have to do. I don't know social media stuff. Share it, comment. Let's help people find this, all right? That's what I would love. I would love people to find inspiration and upliftment. I am excited to see you here. Have a super, super beautiful, great day. Bye.